What is going on? What is going on? What is going on, party people? It is your boy, Coach D Brown, former big leaguer, former first round pick with the Kansas City Royals. Listen, man, this is I'm excited, man. We have a couple more days, man. Heading out to Mississippi to do the showcase, man. Next week, Orlando and Dallas, Waco, and ATL. With ATL was not going to happen. All right, but I will speak to everybody on there. But I wanted to. I've talked to a bunch of schools today, and I hope everybody enjoyed the conversation I had with the Halls yesterday, man. Great interview. I felt like that it was very informative. I've had a lot of people reach out to me on the background. Didi, what's up? Eric, what's good? I had a bunch of people reach out to me based off of the conversation that Javier, what up, baby? All right. I did get your question. I'm working on those schools and for next weekend. Okay. So I have a bunch, I've had about 3 or 4 schools added to the live stream this weekend and next. I just haven't had the time to, what up, Tasha? What's good? I haven't had the time to just put on the flyer the new schools that've been added. I know, Javier, you don't want to hear this, but it's like it ain't no Florida JCs yet. But I've had different, about 5 or 6 different schools that have been added to these live streams that will be happening these next few weekends. Okay, so again, I want to say a lot of JCs, not in Florida but California, and down south Mississippi, a couple of schools. Gabriel, what's up? Muzzy, what's up, family? All right. But yo, listen, I wanted to. What did you guys feel like? How the conversation went with the Halls yesterday? Everybody kind of got a unique story, and I just wanted to share one of those. Obviously, I knew a large amount of that information that was being said, and I wanted to share. Me being in the background and just kind of talking to different parents during this recruiting side of things, you hear different stories, and I just feel like that one was one that needed to be shared, and hopefully you got a lot of information from the Halls yesterday. I love what he talked about from the showcase style all the way down to the school, his information, things happening, for a reason, good, bad, and different, right? He'll work himself out, keep plugging away, but just what I got from that, man, labels are easy to be put on people and hard to be taken off, all right? And what's up, Michelle? What's up, Raymond? Gabrielle, ATL, what's up, man? How you been, man? Narisa, what's good? What's good? So, listen, I wanted to talk today, right? I talked to maybe one Power 5 school, an HBCU school, a JC, and I want to say I think I spoke to 4 schools today, man. Your show was fire. Chris is right on point. I appreciate you, man. Curtis, what's good? What's good, man? All right. Definitely. That's why Ivy was good. Ronnie was good. Narissa. All right, 7 Narissa. All right. No doubt. That's why I wanted to, put. I'm gonna try to have. I'm gonna try to reach out to Mar. Have up from San Antonio. Long-time listener. His kid is at I want to say a Division II or NIA program out and right in San Antonio, man. And he has his own stories to share. Not I ain't gonna say it'd be good, bad, and different, but I just feel like life on the recruiting trail for a lot of these parents, a lot of you parents that are kind of entering the recruiting trail or in it smack dab. I just wanted to share these stories, man, because everybody got a unique story. Everybody kind of feel like this is what's going on with their kid. Some have been smooth, some not so much. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wanted to share this platform for that. So I'm going to bring on another parent tomorrow, definitely on Friday, as I enter the weekend for the showcase, man. So speaking of the parents that I'm talking to in the background and listening in, and one of the things that keeps coming up, and again, I'm heavy in it, what I'm saying, I deal with it right now, right? And I hear these stories, and one of the decisions that's needing to be made, especially for the 2021 class, right? And it's I wish that you guys could really see how much, what's up, Raymond? What's good, family? How much film and really good players I get film on. Like I'm really, really talented players. Some join my recruiting side of things and others are, I'm saying I just see film. They, parents may send me some film on guys and here and there, right? And I'm like super impressed by the type of talent that is out here, especially in the 2021 class. All right. And shout out to my boy Lawrence. He's one. All right, Deborah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Deborah that's listening in, ATL. That's another one. You know what I'm saying? I'm super impressed by the amount of talent that, is out here for the 2021 class, right? And the amount of coaches that I talk to that, are like just stockpiled from junior colleges all the way up to D1 to with the and I'm, schools that I know that these kids can go and flourish and play at. You know what I'm saying? No doubt that I'm working with, and I know for a fact that they go there to that school and they will ball out. But it's just a backlog of players, right? You know what I'm saying? Their team was good. And some of the issues that I feel like, man, that 2021 parents are really strongly going to have to consider. And I have Nadine on, and I ain't gonna tell her business, but she went back and forth with this herself. And Nadine, I hope you don't mind me sharing, your story. But she asked me this question, months ago, and about how do I feel about reclassifying or anything like that. I didn't believe in it, but it's working out for her. She did it, her and her son, and it's working out for her. And I talked to a couple of parents today about that. And I actually talked to a D1 school about that coach today, and he was just telling me this. He was like, "Yo, D," he was like, "Man, I really feel really bad for these 2021s." And he was like, "Man, this is which everybody could feel that way and all. We all know it's a unique situation because of COVID, right? But he was like, man, there's some really talented kids, man. And I just, and I was like, yeah, I just, what do you think? Just strictly go hard with the JCs, man. And he was like, man, listen, D, it's JCs, even JCs are filled right now, right? He was like, man, there's 40, 50 kids at junior colleges at some of them, right? Big time schools. And I was like, I know. I said, I know a couple out in California and, different areas that, are pretty stacked. And, he was like, I know. He's like, so it's not even, the JC route, which usually is the, the way to go, is even that those are stacked. And you heard yesterday from the halls talking about Wabash, big time D1. They had 50 something kids there. You know what I'm saying? So, and, and I'm not here to scare and learn. I'm just talking truth right now, right? And so I was just like, he was like, man, I feel sorry. So I was like, man, if the JCs don't, what's up, man? What do you think? He was like, well, reclassifying, and I know some people are doing that, and and post grad. And I was like, so I asked him, is a D1 coach? You know what I'm saying? That I kind of, Sadiq was good, man. Gabrielle says I have a 2024 kid, Adrian Jimenez, who plays for Team Elite 15U. Gabrielle, man, congrats, man. All right, I'd like to see him one day. All right, get up with me. And what else? Sadiq was good. Was good. Butler was good. Jonas was good. April was good. All right. Pablo was good. Reginald was good. All right. So, Coach Happy Megan, what's up, man? Texas College, man. Good to see you on. All right. You know what I'm saying? Coach Eaton, man. Good, man. So it's always good, man. Like I said, I got a couple of college coaches on in the comment section, and hey, they enjoyed the interview. Great, like always, no doubt, Pablo, man. Appreciate you listening in. Thanks for listening in yesterday. Calvin was good. So, y'all tell me, man, the college coaches, man. So I know one is going to definitely, Coach Eaton came here last week, and but one of the things, man, that I asked this Division I coach, I was like, yo, what do you think I should tell these 2021s? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you have to look and all of that, but he was like, if you asked me, what I'm saying, reclassifying or post grad, he had his own issues and stuff like that. But I just for 2021 class, that's kind of going through it right now. And I was like, man, because I was so against, one of the moms could tell you, man, it was one of those like, how how do you get across to this, parent that it may be the best decision to reclassify. You know what I'm saying? Because I never really truly believed in it, to me, honestly. I talked about this in my previous shows a year or so ago, and I never really believed in that too much. You know what I'm saying? But these day and ages, it's like, I seen, I got maybe one sample to go off of, but it's really benefited her. You know what I'm saying? And her son. And then the post grad side, he was like, yo, I love the post grad too. So I asked him, what would you do, post grad or reclassify? All right. So 2021 is listening. All right. And he was like, post grad. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, take your college courses and you get to play a top notch schedule. So Coach Eaton over there, who's been on, my show talking about this. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, but I was talking to him, and I was just like, man, I just, these parents, sometimes they don't understand. I've talked to one parent who, truth be told, a couple parents here and there, but I've talked to one in general that I truly believe her kid, either way, what I'm saying, even if it was normal times, because of just the development area, if, he'll be close to a junior college / post grad on a normal year, you know what I'm saying? But she wasn't trying to hear that, right? She was like, nah, more like, I didn't like almost, I didn't believe in her son, you know what I'm saying? And one thing that, people that know me in my background, I know many of you I've talked to, many of you not yet. I'm going to eventually meet you guys, and definitely, want to meet most of you guys with this, in this program, right? Part of the 7% and part of the Deep Round Baseball fam. I'm gonna meet you guys, but it's a hard decision. You know what I'm saying? And I I never thought I would say this thing, but she didn't want to hear that. Even though I wanted to kind of like, yo, we fam here. She's part of the listening thing and all of that, but she thought it was an indictment towards her son when I said that to her. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, nah. I try to keep it as real as I can. I just got off a phone with a talented outfielder, came to my showcase 2 weeks ago. All right, talented dude. Again, one of another kids that's very talented. Had the highest exit velo at my showcase. Okay. And I had some talented kids there, kids going D1 that was already committed, D1 that was there, man. This is he was like, I was telling him that this school was very interested in him, his son. And he was like, boom, but he asked me this, the question of questions was like, what kind of development will my son get at this school, right? And my connection to that school is the pitching coach. I know the head coach, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, and my mom was like, I just had to tell the truth, you know what I'm saying? And I had to tell it. My point is, I don't want to ever lie to a parent. I don't want to ever, gas somebody up more than what they are. I try to, my sole purpose is to help every one of you guys and also keep it 100 with you. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of these dudes out here don't do. Coaches, programs, and everything don't do, right? So when I told that parent, basically when I was talking to the dad today, and he asked me that question about, and I just said, listen, bro, I can't even lie to you, man. I said, I know the head coach from a purchase, talking to him, great guy. I just don't know what they do from the development side. And again, this is during these times, then everybody got to make tough decisions and all of that type of stuff. I know that this coaching staff likes this player. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm trying to protect both sides, but mainly this kids. You know what I'm saying? The dad who asked me this question, right? He ain't got nothing lined up. You know what I'm saying? Well, he does have some stuff lined up. I wanted to tell all his business. But again, during these straight, tough times, you know what I'm saying? This is one of those times where, just tough decisions that need to be made. And I just had to come out and say, like, I can't like totally vouch for that coaching staff, from the pitching side, which is my guy. I know if your son was a pitcher, he's been taken care of, but I can't vouch right now for the other coaching staff. That doesn't mean that they're good, but doesn't mean they're bad neither. You know what I'm saying? And I had to come out with the transparency, because the worst thing that can happen is that kid go there and think, oh, he ain't get, so then the dad gonna look at me crazy, like, yo, D, you told me, whatever. Now, there's my whole point of that is just, how I want to be totally transparent and upfront, right? So when I told that parent about, hey, maybe beneficial for that kid to do, think about how do you feel about doing post grad, and I kind of explained what a post grad is. And I know somebody had what's up, Marcy? What's good? Somebody had a question about there. Curtis, about versus reclassifying versus post grad. Curtis, I'll get into that, and I think one of my dudes over there kind of told it, and I'll put his answer on there. But I just wanted to, basically say from a nutshell, it was an indictment basically saying that her son was no good to being playing in college. Okay, post grad, there are talented kids that are playing that are going to go to post grad, who have went to post grad and will continue to go to post grad. Okay, just like there's very talented kids that end up reclassifying. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a decision that you have to make. But this parent kind of was like, nah, she thought it was an indictment. I was talking bad about her son. You know what I'm saying? And she I ain't gonna say she got up, she got a little bit, tight with me a little bit more. So like I didn't believe in her son, but I just, it's something that I have to be totally honest with, right? So Curtis asked this question. All right, what does reclassifying mean versus post grad? Okay, reclassifying is just you basically, let's just say I'm a 2021 kid. I reclassify to a 2022 class. You know what I'm saying? So I'm essentially, staying back a year. Okay. And a post grad essentially is like I graduate high school, but I'll essentially take a gap year, meaning I'll take college courses, but I'll play a top 50 something game schedule if I go to a good post grad program, right? I train all day. I take, college courses. So I'm getting my courses in, but I'm still saving my years of eligibility at a 4-year school. All right. So that's a post grad program where once you play that post grad schedule, you're playing against, that's one of the dads had an issue. I mean, not issue, questions about that today. He was basically stating, hey, what kind of, he didn't know. He was just like, yo, he was like, they just train all day and you're sitting out. I was like, nah, you ain't sitting out. You playing. You know what I'm saying? You're playing a 50-some game schedule. And you're playing against, other you're playing against junior colleges, other post grad programs, and also the Division I to Division II kind of like JV programs. Okay, so for somebody that wants to get the reps, somebody that wants to get seen, and that was his issue. Like, oh, how do I get seen? And I was just like, listen, man, it's you're playing against junior colleges. You know what I'm saying? One. And then I was like, if they're a good post grad program, they're going to do the same thing that your high school should be doing, or travel ball should, be marketing you out to these coaches. Okay. So I believe that, this would be a big push. And, some people don't know that yet. All right. Because people are still going to be waiting out for 2021s. But again, that is a valuable option. Okay. And again, I'm bringing this up because this was a conversation I just had with a dad. And then I had with a D1 coach earlier today who brought it up to me. All right. This is let me see here. All right. Reclassifying is for 8th grade or below. Post grad is for 13th year and graduating. After graduating, you have to reclass your child before high school because they are on a clock once in high school. Child has only 4 years for sports once they enter high school. If birthday after March, is good to reclass to allow your child to go from the youngest on the field or court to the oldest. All right. Now, let me say here. Thank you. My son is there. Birthday is May 26, 2006. He is 14 and a freshman. Turns out he is going to be one of the younger kids that are trying out for the freshman team, but he is almost one of the biggest at 6'2". Yeah, Curtis, I think it's one of yours. I know, obviously, I feel like, again, it's different. It could be maturity level, I usually see it at the eighth grade levels where I see a lot of the holding back, and the reclassifying, and a lot of it is maturity, and a lot of it may be size, physical maturity, and it kind of I talked about this in great, I talked about this in deep depth, over a year or so ago about this. All right, but again, this is before COVID, this is before whatever, man, because I just see so many talented kids, man. You know what I'm saying? So many, and it's just, it makes me want to be like, dang, man, I wish I had, what I'm saying, like my own junior college or anything like that. The type of talent that I see coming to me right now, that kids can really, really, truly play. You know what I'm saying? Javier's son and, man, I could tell about 10 to 12 kids, man. That's, I got about 5 in my program right now, and still reaching out for more to help these kids. But it's just like, man, the type of talent that you see, the numbers, the whatever, and it just bugs, I told the dad, and he's a baseball guy, and he was just like, yo, some of these kids that are getting opportunities, man, I just don't understand. And, I was like, everything's going to happen for a reason, man. It is what it is. Just, I know everybody want to hear patience, man, but it's tough, man. All right. So Javier goes to academy too. And at my son's academy, the post grad play JUCO and NAIA JV schools. They do play 40 to 60 games. All right. So Javier, down in South Florida, they have their post grad program there, and they play JUCO and NAIA JV schools. You know what I'm saying? So again, just talent at the post grad. You know what I'm saying? Again, I just learned about post grad myself, and I'm not, sitting here and pushing it on you, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things that, you just strongly, I try to lay it all on the line, just like I bring in all the D1 coaches and junior colleges and all of that. And I just brought a post grad, Coach Eaton over there. You know what I'm saying? I bring on all levels, man, just to kind of give you guys all options, all things to think about, and fill you guys with the best information. Just like I brought on these parents, I would bring on more, just so you just get, try to get a smorgasbord and just kind of figure out this whole navigating type of thing. You know what I'm saying? How to go about this, navigating through the recruiting process. I don't care if you got an 11-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 14. All right, you're going to have your own story. You're going to have your own issues. You're going to have your own, triumphs. You know what I'm saying? In this, right? I wish everybody was 14, 15-year-old stud that got, Georgia knocking on the door and giving them a full ride, and they go through, boom, signing day, everything's smooth, boom, they play as a freshman, play 3 years, they get drafted in the first round, and play 20 years in the league and make, enough money to take care of their grandkids. You know what I'm saying? But, that's the ideal, situation, right? But you and I both know it ain't going to go that smooth, right? It may be for some, but that's 1% of the 1% that's going to go that smooth, right? You know what I'm saying? So again, does that mean that you want the end goal you may all end up making 100 million, which I want for all of you. You know what I'm saying? But the road to get there, right? You know what I'm saying? It may not be D1, right? It may not be, right at the school that you want, the choice that you want. It may not be the location that you want. You know what I'm saying? You may have to detour this way for a year or two to make it to whatever, right? And that's basically what I'm trying to get across to you guys, right? And everybody's path is different. Everybody's path. If your end goal is, again, for most players, is to make it to the league and play multiple years in the majors and make, assume a crazy amount of money, which it should be. That should be your goal, right? But you got to do, cross the T's and dot your I's in the beginning part, which is go through the recruiting process, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get your scholarships, or it may be, reclassifying post grad, junior college, Division I, and maybe all of that in between to get to that end goal, right? Because once you get to those schools, I could bring on many parents that, going through issues right now, in the recruiting in high school, and I got parents that are in college. You heard, the whole parents that are going through their own issues once they, their kid went to Miami, one of the best schools, and had their own issues, right? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of, put it out there for you guys, man, and just kind of let you know that, just remember the end goal. Through the frustrations, through the impatience, through the ups and downs and the turmoil and all of that. Keep your eye on this. You know what I'm saying? So you just hope you're making the right moves, and and if you may have to detour and all of that, but keep your eye on that end goal. All right. If it's an end goal for your son is to make it to the major leagues or get a degree, all right. Keep your eyes on that. You know what I mean? So you won't get frustrated in the meantime, right? Coach Eaton, right? That's the post grad, all right, in Florida, all right, Coach Eaton, all right, you're gonna be down there in Florida with me, all right. Keep doing your thing, appreciate it. Tia was good, Rodney was good, all right. Jay Bush was good, Nick was good, Perry was good, Josh was good, Jimmy, what's going on? Waco in the house, what's up? Mike was good, Chris was good, Debbie was good, Corey was good, Jeff was good. Jeff, I'll talk to a coach, about your kid today. I'm gonna holler at you. All right. Brian was good. George was good. Ray Sean was good. So that's the beauty of this thing, man. It's like, once you kind of get in my program, I'm always chatting it up, talking and communicating. And, one of my 2024s, like I said, I finally got a hold of the Maryland coach today. I was Power 5 early in the morning. We were talking and texting and going back and forth. And, you know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, sometimes I feel like they already know why I'm going to be talking to them, why I'm talking to them. So they, the first thing out of mine was like, this is what it is. This is what I get behind the scenes. I It's a Power 5 school. First thing out the gate was like, yo, coach, what's going on, man? Yo, you know what I'm saying? But, FYI, we're almost done with our 2023 class already. That's a Power 5 school. You know what I'm saying? This first thing out of his mouth. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Yo, coach, what's up, man? Good to see you. Sorry, man. I'm just getting back to you, man. And, by the way, you know what I'm saying? We almost done with our 2023s. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, dang, I'm just, why you automatically think that it is what it is, right? So I started laughing because, he knew that that was one of the first things I was going to say, out of my mouth. So it is what it is, man. But that's how I do. I try to find out what's going on, and and that's what I'm just talking about, right? Power 5. Now he's a Power 5, and this is kind of normal for them a little bit too. I'm not gonna say, but for them to be at this time during COVID and all that, they like, yo, we're done with our 2023s already. You know what I'm saying? And so I was like, it just so happened I was calling about a 2024 kid. So, you know what I mean? It was like, yeah, well, anyway, dude, yeah, I ain't calling about no other. I'm calling about a 2024. But that's the, what I'm saying, the conversation. And then the other coach, we're talking about HBCU schools. I was just talking about a 2021 and was like, yo, this is where we at. This is what's going on. And it's like, yo, it's great information. You can hear it in their voice. It's like, man, it's like it's I hate it, that's what you're saying. I hate it for some of these talented kids out here, man, and boom, 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 and I was like, and I just, we talked to him for 30 minutes, older gentleman, what I'm saying? I love his advice, and I haven't talked to him in a while, but, he was just, and I was just basically what I get from him. Again, he's a coach and he's on one side, here I am, I'm helping kids get into schools, and I'm, I know I'm going to, relay messages and stuff, to you guys and stuff. So I was just like, yo, what do I, what would I do? And, if I was a parent in a situation and all of that. And he kind of was like, yo, this is the decision that, this is stuff that I would do. And all of that. He even talked about walking on and, and if I, if the coach really knew a kid, if I would just letting them walk on and, then redshirt them and, kind of coming up with all these different ideas and things to do, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, it is what it is, man. Darlene says good information. Ray Sean says great information. No doubt. I'm just trying to, fill y'all with some great information, man, and bring on guests that could do the same. We have a great summer collegiate organization up here in NorCal that play in the CCL at Lincoln Potters. All right, Raymond, thank you for the information. Holler at me, man, especially closer than when it gets to that, and we could, talk about different colleges, man, because I actually was talking about doing some college type stuff myself, but I didn't realize how many different leagues there was in Texas, Florida, California. I didn't realize that, man. All right. Tia, was good. Just getting that knowledge. I appreciate you. All right. Michael says, yes, the Orlando showcase is still on next Saturday, man. All right. Share that. Just go. I'm put the flyer up. Yes. St. Cloud, Florida, Harmony High School. Yes, it is still going on. Share that. All right. Share that, please. Brian was good. All right. Jimmy was good. Waco in the house. Yes, we are coming out there November 21st. I'm really excited. I spoke to the Baylor coach the other day. Man, it is definitely, it was a good little hookup over there. Spoke to him a long time. Try to get him on here. You know what I'm saying? But they're back practicing and busy, man. But I'm trying to get them back on here, man. You know what I'm saying? Oscar was good, family. I know you're down in Florida and look forward to meet you down there. If you could make it up to the showcase, I'd appreciate it, brother. All right. I appreciate everything you do, Coach D. I appreciate you. All right. Appreciate you. Lily was good. Edward was good. Nathaniel was good. Coach Terrence Knighton, man. I love when the coaches are on, man. Good, man. I've seen a lot of other people, man, and that's what I like, man. You get to share it and bring this and grow this thing out, man, the way it's supposed to be. I hear a lot of Power 5 schools giving verbal offers to multiple players for multiple positions. Tell us about that. Over recruiting, no doubt about it. All right. You heard it yesterday. Um, who did I talk to just today? All right, just today, and this is at a D2 school. Okay. Parent that I was talking to, kid went on, I know he don't mind, again, I share stories. I don't try not to say names. I mentioned one of my followers, situations a little earlier, and but sharing names, and but I'm not going to share names. I'm just going to share stories. But one of the dads I just talked to before I got on, literally just got off the phone with him about 5-10 minutes before I came on today. But his kid took a D2 offer today. All right, and he was telling me that they had 12 outfielders, all right, and 4 or 5 will leave. This kid is a 2021, but this kid will leave, and there will be 7 outfielders left. They're recruiting, his kid, right? But my point is they're already stacked in that position, and I don't know this for certain at this particular school, but I know for a fact that you would think that they're putting offers and bringing in people at least 4 to 5 deep, at least. All right, because you never know what happened. You heard what happened yesterday with the Halls talking about that too. You know what I'm saying, about 7 deep. You know what I'm saying, where or 4 or 5 deep, where the kids, especially at the Power 5 level, man, where you have kids that they have to, they need the best talent. But you already know that, when you go after the best talent that's committing to the Georgia Techs, the Georgias, the Floridas, the USCs and all of that, man, a lot of their top kids are going to get drafted. It is what it is. So, they almost have to, gauge and essentially have some more kids just in case, that one kid that they really like and really want gets drafted and takes, the money and go, right? But what the backlog happens, and I had, Coach Bailey, he's not there no more. Shout out to him. He was a great interview at Oregon State, right? He talked about the last 3 or 4 years at Oregon State, how many dudes were turning down 2 or 3 million to come to college. Think about that, right? You had guys that were turning down. He told me multiple guys turned down 1.8, 3, 2 million, 1.5. Now, most of those kids, it all worked out where they went in first, second round picks, turning down those type of money, and went to college, balled out, and came back. And one of them, I think, ended up being the number 1 overall pick a couple years ago, got 5.8 and all of that. So, they really betting on themselves, turning down 1.8 and going and playing at 5.8. But if I'm a catcher, right, and I think one of those kids was a catcher, ended up being the number 1 pick a couple years ago. But if I'm a catcher and I know that they want that kid, they're recruiting me hardcore, right? But I don't know necessarily all the kids that they're recruiting, but I just know that they're after me, right? And I'm feeling good about myself. But they got this kid that they really, really want, right? He gets drafted 1.8. You hear through the grapevine, if I'm that kid, like, oh, he's going to go take it. He doesn't take it. Now I done committed for a year and a half to Oregon State. Now this catcher's coming back. Now I don't, what am I to do? I got a kid that's got drafted in the first round, second round, got turned down 1.8 million, and now here I am. You know what I'm saying? Stuck. Now I'm 4th, 5th, 6th down on the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? And I already committed to the school. That's if they bring you in. All right. This is something that, again, this is such a dog world in this recruiting thing, man. And it's I knew it was going on down, when even back in my day in college. I mean, this stuff it's not really nothing terribly new, especially the higher you go, right? Because I dealt with it, you know what I'm saying? Where I did it on the football side, right? Where I was one of those mid-major guys or whatever from the Northeast, and I was trying to get to the USCs and the Floridas. I wanted to go to the big schools. My eyes are open like all you parents, most of the kids are, right? I was just like that. I talked about it yesterday, right? With, Chris Hall, he went to Florida. That was my dream school, right? But, I had Florida, USC, and all that recruiting me hard, and I was gassed up. I was whatever. And then all of a sudden, right before I was about to take my recruiting trip, ghost. Didn't call me back. Never heard from him ever again. You know what I'm saying? It was the worst thing. It was the worst feeling ever. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you used to talk to him once a week, a couple times. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, what happened? Where they going? For 3 weeks straight, I'm waiting for their phone call. Nothing. All right? Come to find out they signed an in-state kid, the kid who they really want, but I was just an insurance policy. You know what I'm saying? That's devastating sometimes. You know what I mean? So, if if that falls in line, you know what I'm saying? So, again, even if you sit there and commit, especially to a Power 5 school, I would highly suggest that you don't stop your recruitment. All right, that's what happens. Some of these Power 5s, even though they're recruiting a whole bunch of kids, they're going to tell you, You know what I'm saying? Don't. You know, you better, you know, I don't want to hear you talk to another school and, you know, we're going to commit to you and all of that. They're going to commit to, and my boy told me this, and it's so right. I was just had this conversation last week, and he was just like, yo, that money that they're going to give you is actually, it's just paper money. It's just air money. You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you 60%. It's going to give you 70%, and we're going to give you whatever. Until you sign that dotted line, it's like somebody telling you, hey, we're going to give you $1 million tomorrow. All right. We're gonna give you the 2 million in November. All right. You know what I'm saying? Until you sign that dotted line and get that check in hand, you know what I'm saying? It you know what I mean? It's just air money, especially during these times right now. You know what I'm saying? And I say this, and I'm constantly talking to them every day and trying to negotiate, trying to, work something out here and there. But I know the deal. Until that day that signature is had, it's just funny money we talking. Or we just talking, whatever, right? You just hope they honor. You know what I'm saying? It's it is, I hope y'all feel me on that, man. All right, Brian. I went off on a tangent over there, man. So, boy D Rob, Cali in the house. All right. Great information, Coach D. Much love and very much appreciated. You keep doing your thing, brother. No doubt, man. Don't chase the logos. That's right. All right. Don't chase those logos, man. My boy Lawrence. Shout out to my boy Lawrence. Watch FAMU practice the other day. They are 5 deep at every infield position and 3 deep at every position. Better be ready to compete from day one. A lot of parents don't realize a lot of D1 schools cut kids after spring semester. That's right. After spring semester and fall semester. Okay. So, until February, and that's a whole nother ball game, right? So now you sign your letter of intent. You essentially sign a 1-year deal, right? Again, this is business. You heard Chris Hall and Myla talk about it's business, right? So I hope you all understand this, right? You paying big bucks to play, in the perfect games and the organization and all that. Once you start paying that, you want to keep it as fun as possible, but we all know this is business over here, right? Right? This is business. You know what I mean? And I said that the other day, years ago, to somebody. I'm like, you better look at yourself as a business. I told my own daughter that, 12. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what you do, business, tennis, and all that, it's a business what we're doing right now. All right. And we wanted to be fun. We wanted to, whatever. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But when this type of bread is being kicked out, and everything's return on investment, which is not a real return. I mean, we all know that, right? You know what I'm saying? If you've been playing travel ball since 9, 10, and you've been paying, travel ball fees and all of that, I hope you understand that 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get the proper return on investment unless, from the monetary aspect of it, most of the time, unless you look at a return on investment is just, which we all do, right? Is getting a chance to see our kid, play at the next level and get an opportunity to maybe go pro. That's your return. You know what I'm saying? For most parents, if they started at a very young age playing big time, travel baseball and kicking out that money and bread and all that type of stuff, I want you to understand that, and God forbid, we're going to talk about this 1-year deal that especially, a lot of times you're not going to get a solid return, if at all. If anything, you're going to lose bread. Okay, because you're going to get a little piece of a scholarship. And you better hope he does his thing with the academics. And I hope I don't even want to hurt nobody's feelings right now, but I just keeping it 100 with y'all. But you're going to come out of that, with loans, a little bit, college paid for, academic and whatever, unless you do really, really well on the academic side, or just that man, athletically, which I hope all you guys are in that boat, but we all know that's not the truth, okay? But you're going to use that 1-year deal. It's going to be a 1-year deal, even though they're going to tell you it's 4, but it's a 1-year contract. And then even within that 1-year contract, you essentially got a 3 or 4 months contract. You know what I'm saying? Really, to go in and fall practice, do well or do bad, and your butt will be home before you hope they give you the love and give you the respect. Think what I'm telling you, right? You go to a big time school, they give you the love and the respect enough to let you go in December when you go and transfer to the portal. The worst thing they could do is bring you over there into February 1st, right before they really have to have roster set. And then they tell you then. All right. So now you here it is, the beginning of the season, you done. You know what I'm saying? Like you done for, if you're a D1, you got to sit out, you know what I'm saying, that spring and the next year. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is cutthroat, man. It's cutthroat business, man. And I don't want to scare nobody, man. I just, nothing is guaranteed to you sign. Verbal is verbal, man. You know what I'm saying? And right, Nadine, you're absolutely correct. All right. JD, facts, no doubt. All right. Shout out to Mala, came on yesterday. They are constantly recruiting, and the scholarships are year to year, and that's right. Listen, they ain't doing their job, and I had college coaches say that right now. Like, yo, they ain't doing their job unless they going out. And again, it ain't no different from pro. They do the same thing in pros. They have to. That's what the business is. Scouting, and they looking at a kid to say, all right, the D Brown, all right, can he be better than who we got in the big leagues right now? Or D Brown is like, can he be better at the University of Dayton? You know what I'm saying? What we got in the outfield right now. All right, that's what it is. They're not saying like, oh, I like this kid. He ain't as talented as our kid, you know what I'm saying? But hey, we throw a scholarship out on us, you know what I'm saying? Let's see if he makes it. And no, it's they're bringing you in to replace the current starter. All right. So when you're there, you are the starter. Just to know that they're bringing in the rest of the people that they're bringing is replacing you. That's no different from professional ball, man. That's why I said this is business now. You know what I'm saying? Once you are here, everybody that's listening, you know what I'm saying? Again, you are trying to be part of the 7% out here in this country. You have 400-some thousand people, young athletes out here grinding away that want to play college baseball. All right. So think about that. So once you step foot on that college court, that college field, you are part of the 7%. All right, that have made it. 93% of these kids are not doing whatever. All right. But you best believe that there are 100% of these kids over there, and they trying to get the best 7% of the kids to come up there and take what you got. I just, you know what I'm saying? Just think about that, man. All right. You know what I'm saying? They are doing it in high school. You are absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? All right. Wayne said that's the real talk. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing in this game is guaranteed. Nothing. All right, nothing. So true. I really never had that mindset, but it is a business. My intention has always been supporting my boys with their sports and keeping out the streets. No doubt. But there ain't no bust to that. That's Marcy, you're absolutely correct. I know you're up there in Chi-Town too. Tough. You know what I'm saying? We all, from a parent, we would just want us to have fun with our kids. You know what I'm saying? We want, and they have to. And they ain't have. All of this is for. We just, spending money and not, whatever, hoping and wishing on something that they don't want. You know what I'm saying? Right. But if they don't have fun and all that, then it's not worth it at all. Right. But if they're having fun, but then we get into this whole mix, you know what I'm saying? And even for your kid to get recruited, for the college coach, for that letter, for that coach to shake your hand at a showcase, anything like that, whatever. Right. It's almost like that little double dutch over there. That's like the girl that, one of the baddest girls in the school over there, you know what I'm saying, putting you in the mix, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, you like, I got a chance, you know what I'm saying? That's what all us parents, that's what we are in anticipation. And then once you sign that line, it's like, now she's like, yo, all right, I like you that enough that I want to date you, you know what I'm saying, for 3 or 4 months. And we see if it could go further. That's all it is, right? You know what I'm saying? But that bad girl, that chick over there, or that bad, you know what I'm saying, dude over there, he constantly looking for the replacement. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh man, you look so good, whatever. He looking around, the next person over there walking by. You know what I'm saying? And just saying, all right, if you don't do what I, treat me right, put up your numbers, whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and push you to the side and go after the next dude or the next girl. All right. Some of y'all ain't ready what I'm talking about. But what up, Pop? All right. What up, Troy? What's good, man? So, but they are doing this in high school, man. Some of these programs out in the high school is just as bad, man. All right. Until the new piece come, no doubt, right? You know what I'm saying? And again, I don't want to. I promise you, I don't want to try to scare nobody. I really don't. I just want you guys to have an understanding of, man, you guys are going into this, even, I want you guys to understand, even from thinking about for the middle school kids that you guys are part of, even to make it to a high school team, that's a accomplishment. Okay. So I'm talking about because most of the kids, we dealing with hopefully all y'all are thinking about school and colleges and beyond. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I hope that's why you pay the money for the lessons and the travel and the hotels and all of that. Right. Because I know certain parents at 12 or 13 and they used to come to me and be like, coach, like I just want my kid to have fun and play, in high school. And it was, these are 13-year-old moms and stuff. And they used to tell me that. And I used to just, and I'd be looking at her and I was like, girl, I'm like, I hear you. I'm like, but I don't, from a where I was at that time, from a business standpoint with travel team, I don't want that type of mom. You know what I'm saying? She was being as honest as possible, right? I'm like, yo, the kid, your kid is talented enough that he on my team. Like, we ain't, high school is like the least of our worries. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we talking, and I'm like, but the fact that sometimes, parents, and we just want to be, just keep it so pure, and it's like, I wanted to be like, Mom, you got this whole thing wrong. You kicking out all these thousands of dollars. I said he can go play Red Bull over there and play on the weekends and with softball dads and kids and all of that and girls and play softball and still go out there in certain high schools and make a team. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, you in this high level right here. You know what I'm saying? All right. And let me see. If you get there, you got to do what it takes to stay and hopefully move on, but no guarantee you will. Straight facts. No doubt, man. It's you know, and it's, college is funny, right? It's almost the opposite of pros. I want you to think about this, okay? So I'm gonna give you this analogy, right? And it's real fast because I was just talking based off of what Mila and them, said, right? So the more money you get scholarship wise, right? It's like you're the high price free agent, all right, for 1 year, okay? So the more money you get out of college, so we talking full ride and we talking boom. So you feeling good about yourself, like, yo, you that dude. They gave you they gave you this and that. And I talked to 2 or 3 parents, about this, all right? And they don't understand. Laquita, what's good? What's good? Good talking with you yesterday, right? So you that high price free agent, all right? You that dude, all right? University of Brown University gave you boom all of this money, right? And you walking in there and you like boom, right? They giving you a large amount of that 11.7%, scholarships, whatever that they get, they're giving a large amount to you. So they looking for you to come out right away and put that work in and put those numbers up. You don't perform, the quicker so the quicker you go in there, the quicker they get you off the books. You know what I'm saying? Where the pro game is the opposite. All right. The more money they put in you, the more leeway they give you. You see what I'm saying? So the pro game is a little different. All right. The least amount of money they put in you, right? The least amount of time you stay. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You need to, it is what it is. They're gonna just replace you with the next dude. All right. But if they put some money into you in the pro side, they're gonna give you every opportunity to do it. Where college is different. The more money, they ain't hanging in there with you. No, especially at these Power Fives. It's like, yo, we got a lot of money in you. You know what I'm saying? And think about an 18, 19-year-old kid, you know what I'm saying, coming into, big Power Five, and, you may have some developing to do, and you ain't just all of that, whatever, but they look at you as like, you gotta come in and contribute right away. And that's what happens, man, to a lot of these kids, man, that they, they go for a 1 for 14 stretch, and in college baseball, in the grand scheme of 50, 60 games, 12, 1 for 14 is a bad weekend. But some of these kids, at these Texas and all these, they don't play. They sitting. Now you got to call and whatever, and you don't get in the flow sitting on the bench. And that's what happens. You get 1 or 2 weekends to do your thing. You 1 for 14, 1 for, whatever. And now they got to, now you're in the bench. Now you fighting and clawing. You practicing hard to get back on the field. And they don't pass. But God forbid the next person they bring in, boom, puts together a nice little weekend. Good luck seeing the field again. All right. And my boy, thank God everything worked out. And my boy would vouch for this. And I know he don't mind telling this story because I just share stories with you. My boy who just got drafted, everything worked out. But I remember his freshman year, the boy was one of the top 100 kids in all of college and all of that, went to school and all of that, struggled a little bit and all of that. And the coach's son, who never got drafted any of that, was playing over him, getting more B's. And this kid was one of the top 100 kids in all the country. And they had his coach's son was playing over my boy. And he was like, yo, D, I can't believe this. I'm in a big time Power Five, and I'm dealing with daddy ball issues. 1 weekend, 1 or 2 weekends, struggling a little bit, getting into the flow. Freshman, got to get it, you know what I'm saying? Because depending on where you're from, what type of, level and all of that, you go to a Power Five. These dudes is the number 1 or 2 starters, the Friday night, Saturday starters. These dudes will be in the big leagues, especially if they're juniors or something. They will be in the big leagues within 3 years. All right? I guarantee in the SEC, Pac-12, the ACC, you go out on a Friday night and a Saturday night, those starters are throwing 90-something plus with sliders and curveballs. You will see them in the major leagues within 3 to 5 years. All right, here you are, 18-year-old kid facing somebody that in the next, by the time you're a junior, maybe knocking on the door in the major leagues. That's what it's about. That's what it's about, man. All right. I'm just saying, man. I mean, I know some of y'all, I may be talking over your head a little bit, or not. I don't want to disrespect nobody, or it's just, you get the grasp, the gist of what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to scare. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I'm talking from a person who did not go to college, who is dealing with college coaches on a regular basis right now, who is like just be like, yo, crazy. Like, I'm one of those dudes, like, just looking back and just be like, yo, I'm bugging out over this college baseball stuff. This stuff is just like the pros. I'm a pro guy. You know what I'm saying? I came out of high, you guys know I came out of high school, even though and I was a football guy. And I be looking at the damn college baseball thing, like, yo, they cutthroat. It's like you're just a 1-year free agent. You know what I'm saying? But instead of getting paid money, you know what I'm saying, like the pro game, it's scholarship and academic money is just getting shoveled in and taken from you or given to you and all of that, right? That's all is the difference. But it's like it's really preparing you. That's like I told, Mila and Chris, I'm like, on and off the camera, I'm like, yo, what's going on with her son? Good, bad, and different. Just preparing you for what's going to happen in the pro game. All right, just the stakes are a little bit higher. All right. Because now you're dealing with grown men and livelihoods and coaches' livelihoods and all of that, which you deal with that with college too. But, it's a little different where, scholarship money is devastating and all of that. But when you're talking about making it and, it can be eye-opening. Okay. So a lot of stuff it is preparing you. So where you feel like your son is so, boom, and a lot better and all of that, which he could be. But certain doors open a little easier for other people, all right? But it may be a year or two from now that your door, but it may be open, but you're going to have to, your son has to be ready to take advantage of that. Where there's going to be 2 or 3 dudes that are going to be like, yo, why did you get that opportunity? Dang, man. Yo, he better not slip. Oh, he hurt? Oh man, dang, man, get healthy, kid. Yo, I'm about to take it. And I told my 14-year-old kids this when I had them. They looked at me and I was crazy. I told them, I was like, yo, somebody slipped and all of that. Yo, I feel bad. Somebody hurt their shoulder, no doubt. So what you gonna do? All right, because if you get hurt, that's an opportunity for you. Learn that from now. I said, you ain't just competing against, what I'm saying? Like, we all wear this uniform and team elite and all of that type of stuff. And all. I said, nah. We're gonna play team baseball. But we playing for the, and I know college coaches hate this when I say, but I come from the pro background. Again, I come from the pro background. You play for that name on the back. You play for Robinson or Hall or Wilder or Washington. All right. The front of the shirt is giving you the opportunity to play for the name on the back. You know what I'm saying? That's who you play for. All right. You play clean, good baseball, you know what I'm saying? Team baseball, but it's to benefit yourself. I hate to say that, and I know college coaches scream. They, I'm the best one to like team baseball, right? I'm the best one. Hit behind the runner, get in, hit the ball in the hole, and hit and run and all of that type of stuff. Hit in to move the guy over here and there, no doubt. All right, but you know what? Who looks good when you do that? Me. I look good when I do that. I know how to handle the bat. I'm playing team baseball, but I'm looking good doing it. All right, that's why I get mad when I see speed guys that want to try to hit for the fences and all of that. No, all right. When you start understanding this game within the game, all right, these dudes are looking at tools. All right. So if you run a 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", and you striking out, what is that helping you do? All right. I would sit there. If I had 2 strikes and I got speed, I would sit there and just go like this. Boom, chop that damn ball on the ground and run as hard as I can. All right. And make it safe out there, steal second and third and all of that, score over there. And it could be reaching on the error and all of that, but I done ran a damn 3-7 down first base. All right. I done showed my tool. All right. I done stole second and third. I got an 0 for 1 in the box, but I done stole 2 bags. I done ran a 3-7. I done ran the ball in the gap. I done had a productive, great day to show my stuff. That's real talk out here. And it's, baseball is one of those funny games. It's like, hey, team baseball, and we want to play team baseball, no doubt about it. All right. All right, but I guarantee you, when you're playing team baseball and you ain't getting no hits and you ain't hitting nobody in and you ain't scoring no runs and you the best teammate is slapping hands, but you ain't putting up numbers, you be the best teammate watching TV in the next year. Yeah, I ain't ready. I'm sorry. All right. This is preach real fact, straight business, not personal. No doubt, man. It is what it is, man. All right, Molly, give it straight, no chasing, no doubt, Molly. I have to. You know what I'm saying? I just had this conversation with Junior. No doubt, JD. Good to see you, man. I know he's turning that corner, man. So, all right, Lisa, what's good? Jeremy, what's good? Wendell, what's good? Gilbert, what's up? What up? Julian, what up? All right. First round pick. He know what I'm talking about. All right. Whoa. All right. So I love it, man. We got ex first round picks. You know what I'm saying? We have, college coaches on board listening in. We got, parents from all over the country listening, and Florida, ATL, and Memphis, and Cali, and this is what I love, man. So listen, hour just goes like that, man. I promise you, I ain't meant to talk that long, man. So listen, the Mississippi is still on ATL. No go. Okay, I will be in contact with each. I already did a couple of them. I hate to say it, but Orlando is still a go. I'll be pushing. Listen, sign up. I will have scouts and college coaches there. I just gonna confirm. I spoke with Bethune-Cookman. Reached out to him. He can't go there physically, but I want to make sure that he's streaming in for the Florida crew. I got about 4 or 5 schools that have been added. I know how many that's been added to the live stream. I just haven't posted on the flyer. Okay, so but there's like 4 or 5 schools, junior colleges. I want to say now Baylor will be at the Texas, listening in the Texas ones. All right, so that's a Power 5 school, but they'll be listening in on the live stream in the Texas showcases. And then we have some NIA schools and all of that. All right, that will be tuning in. All right, so Javi, I know you wanted to know, but I'm going to reach out to those Power 5. I mean the Florida JUCOs, and I know it was a great discussion on one of the forums about Florida JUCOs and all of that. And I think that discussion was based off of the conversation I was having last night with the Halls. I know they're not at a Florida JUCO, but we were just talking about junior college and the type of level. You know what I'm saying? My thing is, again, get in where you fit in. All right. It may not be pretty. It may not be the school of choice. You may not whatever, but you may have to just suck it up, and you want to, provide, get. I may say all of this bad stuff about 1 year and all of that type of stuff, but you know what I'm saying? Basically, you got to be in it to win it. All right. So it may not be the ideal school. It may not be the ideal situation. You know what I'm saying? And, TC, no doubt. I can't wait to see you, man, on Saturday. Get to meet you. All right. Shout out to my boy TC out there, man. All right. From Nashville. And again, it may not be D. Lowry. What up, family? All right. D. Lowry can tell you ex-big leaguer too. You know what I'm saying? It may be in a situation where it ain't going to be ideal school, ideal, location, all of that, right? But if it's a foot in the door to get to the next level, again, part of the 7%, okay, get your butt there, handle your business from there. That's all you want is a chance, right? Same thing where you get dudes that'll get drafted in the 25th round and 30th round, and, if you really talk to them, they just like, yo, I just want a chance, and it's up to them. All right. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Then with the school. So again, you could be patient. You could be, I don't know. And I know you got to play that fine game. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But if a school has raised their hand and say, yo, I want you, you're going to have to really strongly consider that, man. You know what I'm saying? And especially in these days and times. Okay. Or if you feel like you have other options, you want to sit back and do the reclassifying or post-grad, more power, you know what I'm saying? There are options out there for you. Again, there might not be ideal, but you have to be open-minded during these times, okay? You have to be open-minded, you know what I'm saying, during these times, okay? Especially if you're uncommitted 21, 22, you got a little bit of time, you're all right, but 21s especially, you got to be open-minded to these things, all right? And most of the parents I be talking to now, I feel it. They like, yo, I don't, where we at? You know what I'm saying? Down south kid don't mind going up north. A West Coast kid don't mind going, Midwest, East Coast. You know what I'm saying? And I like to see that. I like to hear that too, because to me, from a coach's standpoint and from a kid, and here I am talking because I turned down some schools and all of that because I just feel like it wasn't, culturally and didn't fit me right. But I love when kids tell me like, yo, I don't care, coach, I just want to play. I love those kids. That means you're a gamer. Like, yo, you ready to go? All right. Now they may go to their school and be like, mommy, I'm ready to get up out of it. I get it. But at least initially, though, they coming at it with the right attitude. All right. Because if you plan to go pro, I guarantee that you ain't going to be downtown Chicago, downtown New York playing in front of 50, 60,000. No, you're going to be Boise, Idaho. All right. You're going to be in Wyoming. You're going to be in Montana. You know what I'm saying? You know, Spokane. You know what I'm saying? I was just telling my daughter that the other day. I was telling her about, my first year. I was homesick myself out there traveling 14-hour bus rides. And we had this shout out to my boy Shad Crawford. And he's a country dude. And we, after a 14, we sleeping in the creases of the buses and stuff on the floor with a little raggedy blanket, soda dripping on you, lollipops, gum, all on, you know what I'm saying? But that was the best sleep I could get, you know what I'm saying? Sleeping. And he would turn that damn radio up. Country music. I never knew how much country music was so popular, me coming from New York. And he used to be like, wake up, bitches. That's how I used to, and I used to be ready to choke it. You know what I'm saying? I used to be like, where am I right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, where am I? Like, well, how am I waking up to this over here after my back? I can't even move. My back is on fire. It's twisted up. I got to wipe myself up from soda and beer and everything on me and whatever. You know what I'm saying? After a 14-hour ride. All right. So again, it just prepares you, man. All right. What we got? Coach Eaton says he's looking for 6 pitchers and 3 infielders for the pros grad. I got you, Coach Eaton. All right. So CT said, I'm just telling those stories. You're gonna end up being. My whole point is, I know I went on a tangent over there. You're gonna end up sometimes in places you don't want to be. All right. And you just gotta suck it up and do what you gotta do. All right. You gotta do what you gotta do. PA. I know you know PA. All right. Boy, Patrick know what I'm talking about. He coach in the minor leagues. You know what I'm saying? He know what I'm talking about. Orlando was good. All right. Robert told you, what's up, man? All right. Tell my boy, tell your brother Simeon I said what's good. All right. Another one of my boys over there tell you about that minor league life. But anyway, just preparing you, man. So listen, that's my time, man. I'm a little over an hour, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Any recruiting advice, love you want me to do, you know what I'm saying? Listen, holla at me, man. All right. I do, man. It's I appreciate the people that have been reaching out to me. I think I got 1 or 2 phone calls today. I know in trying times, I don't want to scare you guys. I just want to kind of inform you with the best advice. Just prepare, your kids, you know what I'm saying, yourself to just, you know what I'm saying, to just, go at it, man. Like, you guys are doing it, most of the parents I'm talking to, you're going at it right. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, like, more power to you, because there is no playbook. You know what I'm saying? University of Georgia coach said this, man. He's like, yo, one time you got the chance. Most of the times, you got a chance to do this. You know what I'm saying? Do it right one time. You know what I'm saying? For most parents, you know what I'm saying? Most of us don't have, 2 or 3 college athletes. Some do, but most of us don't, right? So you got one time to do it right. And sometimes you may not do it right. You know what I'm saying? It's not the end of the world. But, this is just a platform, just a venue, just a forum to just kind of give you a little bit of advice to help you, you know what I'm saying, during this, first time and the only time you may be doing this, okay? And I thank you. It means a lot to me that you take out the time to listen, get this information, get on the call, ask these questions, you know what I'm saying, find out about a showcase or what's the best action, you know what I'm saying? Talk to these college coaches, parents sharing their information, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you heard Mila say this yesterday, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, her kid will be drafted high and, and she was like, yo, I wish I had this type of form when she first, started doing this recruiting side of things. You know what I'm saying? So, so if you have, if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, you know what I'm saying? Hell, even a senior, you know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that I give you enough value that you make some really good decisions, and share this message, share this, this platform with other people that are going through it. You know what I'm saying? And that may need this information. Okay. I will still continue to college coaches. Of course, they kind of chilling right now. They working right now. They, when they were home in the summer, I was wrapping them all up. But, I want to continue to bring on parents and share their stories. Okay. From all different walks of life and, up north, down south, if there's a formative story that I believe that you guys can benefit from, I want to share it. All right. All right, cool. All right. Appreciate your hour, Coach. Let's stay in contact. No doubt, Raymond. All right. You know what I'm saying? Definitely about those summer programs that you got going. All right. Chris, what's good, family? All right. All right. Brian, no doubt. Stella, what's good? What's good? What's good, Stella? All right. All right, cool. I appreciate your honesty. So tomorrow, I will be on, most likely be on the road tomorrow, okay? But we'll keep this ball rolling. We'll be speaking to Um, tomorrow I'm gonna try to get another guest or a parent on. All right, I'm trying to get another school on. All right. I reached out to a couple college coaches. You know, they always love coming on here, but sometimes they're scared. Coach Ian is on. Took him about 2 months to get on here. And sometimes they got to get enough nerve, I believe, to get on there, right? So I got a couple schools that I want to get on that I've been talking to get them on there. Just, we can learn more about the school all together. Okay. So tomorrow, I love you guys. Thank you guys for listening in. Holler at me if you need any recruiting advice, any type of help. If you want information on the showcases, you guys know where to reach me. Orlando 24th, October 24th, Dallas, October 31st, November 21st, Waco, and then this weekend in Mississippi. Okay. Love you guys. Thank you guys. All right. Man, good times. All right. Thank you for listening in. Love you guys. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern. You guys take care. Peace.